We are the Morning Hustle.
Y'all know what it is. Morning Hustle Show in the building. L'Oreal, Kyle Santillan, Alton Walker's here. We got some guests in the building, man. These guys are responsible for one of the largest wealth building platforms ever created these days, man. They're everywhere with it. And now
he loves the bell.
I love it.
He loves the
I
bell.
came here for the bell.
He literally did. I know. He smiles every
now
time.
we home.
Listen, man, Earn Your Leisure's in the building. Rashad, Bilal, Troy Millings is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
We good, man. How you feeling?
We feeling good. We got to check y'all temperature, man. Y'all controversial these days.
I
You
know.
what I mean?
I'm like, I'm just going to start with it because this is like the elephant in the room. We know this Atlanta thing. You got beef with Mayor Andre Dickens.
man.
And one thing you don't want to do in Atlanta is beef with Andre Dickens,
on.
okay? Because he is part of this community where he pours in
That's right.
to the community. He's a friend of the show. We love him. What the hell were y'all thinking when y'all said those comments?
Is this something we don't know about?
Nah, it's no beef. Beef is when you really want to hurt somebody, or you got a problem,
Yeah.
or it's
Right.
like somebody stole money from you, or somebody.
So this is
messed with your
turkey.
family. No, it's just a misunderstanding, miscommunication. We've been in touch with the mayor's office for 5 years. That's another thing people thought we just randomly just lashed out at the mayor's office. No, we have been in communication with the mayor's office. We did a press conference with the mayor 3 years ago. And the mayor spoke at InvestFest 5 years ago. So we have a relationship with the mayor. We always had a relationship with him. And this actually, honestly, helped us forge a better relationship.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
So, we spoke with the mayor's office, and, we're in communication with his team. So at the end of the day, it's a learning experience. Like, we got asked the question. We just answered the question. But, we didn't go to New York radio to bash it.
That's what it seemed like.
Because I'm from that, and when I listen to it,
He
I'm
unfollowed
from
y'all.
here.
He unfollowed.
But I'm from here, and at first I took it I took it personal.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think y'all talking about the people of Atlanta.
I think that was the misconception, and perhaps again, learning experience. Perhaps we misspoke in the first bit, but if you listen to it in context, we were talking about support from city officials and corporate. Like you said, it was a misunderstanding, but we've learned from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's about making this thing a beautiful event for the city of Atlanta. It's not about New York. It's not about Atlanta. It's not about EYL and the mayor. It's about Atlanta is an amazing city, a great city, a phenomenal city. InvestFest is a phenomenal event. How can those two things work together to make something that's impactful?
And y'all
for
have
sure.
sold out like record amount of tickets,
Right.
31,300 so far.
Yeah.
But one thing, and we can move off of the mayor after this, but he did make comments basically saying that a part of the reason why he couldn't fully back was because of the ticket prices and how much it costs to attend the event, the festival. But obviously, 31,000 people figured out a way to pay for it, right? But how do you feel?
Even that, we give tickets away. We have discount codes. We sponsor with corporations like Square/Block and Revolt, where they actually sponsor money to discount tickets for people that can't afford to go. High school kids, we got an event for high school kids right now. HBCU students, we've been giving HBCU students away tickets for a long time. So, and once again, that was a misunderstanding. We spoke, and I think sometimes we don't fully understand things in full context. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of the Milken Conference. That's a big conference in Silicon Valley. General admission ticket is $25,000. Davos Conference, the World Economic Forum in Switzerland, general admission ticket is $26,000. So you have a general admission ticket for 3 days for $250. Go to Usher's concert, see how much that's going to cost for 2 hours.
Thank you.
Go to the Hawks game, see how much that's going to cost.
But they
for
was
90
trying to get
minutes.
on the bed, though. They just wanted to get on the bed.
That's going to cost you $4,000.
Go to the Falcons game, see how much that's going to cost for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So people don't understand. We don't have any major corporate sponsors. We putting this money up ourselves. So how much money do you think it costs to run an event like this? We got Serena Williams, stuff like that coming. So
I know that's right.
That's like 3 bells. You cheated
that's
on
3
one.
bells.
Thank you.
I do have one.
I love Serena.
But that's important to understand because we really got to educate the consumer on how these things cost money to produce.
Yes.
But like I said, we never asked the Hawks why you charge so much money.
Right.
The Knicks game, the courtside cheap $200. The cheapest ticket for that finals was $6,000.
In the nosebleed. Mm-hmm.
All the way up there. The cheapest ticket sold out. Every single game sold out. Like I said, I don't knock anybody from getting their money, but the meet and greet to take a picture with Chris Brown's $1,000.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Sold out.
That's right.
Every city in America.
I feel like we often undervalue ourselves, if anything.
We undervalue things that's important that can change our life. Education, you're going to say 250 is crazy.
Yeah.
You go into a football game, you spending 12. If you go into a club, you buying a section, you spending $3,000, $1,500. So, it's one of these things that I think we just got to fully understand things. But like I said, I think that it's an emotional situation, and we have a great relationship with the mayor's office now, so I don't want to say anything disparaging.
But it is more promotion, like at the end of the day, for the InvestFest.
Yeah. I mean, that comes with it too, right? More people have more attention. They understand what it is. Either they like it or they don't. I mean, the opinion is formed. But I think overall, the people of Atlanta appreciate it, right? I think when you heard it in that personal feeling, it felt like we were talking to the people. But we're not. We love Atlanta. It's the reason why InvestFest is here. We were talking about homecoming. That kind of been a theme this week. And, it doesn't have another home but Atlanta. You know what I mean?
I'm excited because I know I'm gonna come through. But I do want to address, because I did hear the mayor speak, and he was like, one of his concerns were community on y'all end. If you asking for city
and like I said,
support,
we've done that. We have
what are some initiatives?
We have a pitch competition. We have a whole day event for children today, which schools.
Oh, let them know that y'all.
He just did. Was you listening to him? Because he said it.
I want to make sure they listen to that. Y'all.
You wasn't listening.
I just want to make sure they pay attention.
Schools from Atlanta, as well as kids from New York coming down. We got a $20,000 pitch competition for high school students. Yeah. All day education that we're doing today. Like I said, we've given HBC students tickets for years. We have discounts for residents that we have given probably over thousands of tickets, either discounted or away. So we do turkey giveaways for Thanksgiving every single year in Atlanta for the last 3 years. Yeah. But that's not even a litmus test. That's the thing. I want people to understand. But let me just finish. Business is not determined just based on charity, right? So business is determined on, is this good bottom line for the city's revenue? So we bring in 30,000 people to the city. Now, another thing we can talk about is if 90% of the people live in Atlanta. Once again, we spoke to the team. I think they got the misinformation on that because that's not numbers that we see. But long story short,
I know a lot of people that fly in here.
But the long story short is obviously a lot of money that's being made for the city. Yeah, so the litmus test of whether an event gets the support, there are barriers to meet, but that's not a criteria because, like I said, there's a variety of different companies that operate. It's business, right? The city benefits if people come to the city. If residents just leave their house from Marietta and come in, right? Because they're going to spend money, they're going to drive, there's food trucks, there's vendors, there's all types of stuff. Nightlife, there's like 1 million parties this weekend. Yeah. Only 2 of them are ours. We don't get paid from every AG's doing a party. There's a party here, there's a party there. Like these people is making money.
But I could appreciate just the positivity in our community. You're trying to teach financial literacy instead of like coming here and just a weed convention. I mean, I smoke, but you know what I mean. Like it's something. It's something more positive for our community. But then again, with the positivity comes the negativity. And I did see on social media they have a graph up of a few people that were locked up.
Well, once again, we can talk about everything because it's like even that clip or the this thing, the Breakfast Club. Somebody clipped that, and it was very misleading how they clipped it. It made it seem like when I said City of Atlanta doesn't support us, that's it, 15 seconds. I actually spoke to the guy that did that. He's like, I've been to InvestFest every single year. I'm like, why you doing? He's like, paraphrasing, I'm just Clippers views from my page.
Oh, you lucky for even being able to find him because you know I'm looking for a couple people right now.
Listen, my one question just about.
But just real quick. So to answer that question, because I saw that half of those people didn't even come to InvestFest, never.
Right. Really?
So the thing with social media is that you could just say anything. I could say anything. You mix a little bit of truth in there and just in it. So, but there's legal repercussions that even that could be taken because that's just when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Yeah. But nobody even research to even know that.
No, because I looked at the picture.
You just put people up there. Like I said, half of the people have never even stepped foot inside of GWCC. Right. And you making a claim that they spoke at InvestFest.
Yeah. Right. When I look at one, and I think this is what they did with the photo, you see Pinky on there, which I know has been to y'all. event.
And when did Pinky get sued for swindling somebody? There's ups and
no, I think they said some of the
chill
people
out.
were bankrupt and arrested.
But there's like I said, we really got to educate the community. Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy 9 times.
Yeah, and we hate him.
But what I'm saying is that didn't stop him from becoming president.
Yeah.
Pinky Cole is an entrepreneur. Who she swindle? Who she take money from? Has she had ups and downs in business? Yes.
I mean, there's people that have sued her that said that.
But what I'm saying is that there's ups and downs in business, right? So it's like we look at, you can have a perfect white suit on, you got a speck of, I told you he's dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things, just you got to have a real internal problem. If you see billionaires coming every single year, you see 400 vendors inside the vendor marketplace that's making money that we take no commission from, by the way. Yeah. You see 30 food trucks that said that they making in one weekend what they would make in a traditional whole month in August, right? How many people is actually benefiting? You got the AV team, you got the security. We paying $400,000 to cops in overtime. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't even understand that. It's like, I always say, like, we so quick to try to destroy something with no plan to replace it.
Right. Let's talk about the positive side of InvestFest, because we've all been to InvestFest. We've all learned. We have somebody that comes on the show. Our guy, I almost said Alexander. Why do I always want to say Alexander O'Neill? Our guy, Anthony O'Neill, who comes and drops gems every, so often we have him here. So let's just talk about who y'all have on the panel this year. Who's your main speaker? I know you mentioned Serena Williams. Some of the people are not aware of InvestFest, so let's tell them about it.
So Serena Williams obviously is our headliner. Obviously, we have...
Major. And so is her husband, okay?
I mean, you're talking about billionaire status.
Yes.
It's definitely there. Steve Harvey, obviously, who is our partner, will be there. Nick Cannon will be there. We have a couple of people that people need to get familiar with. And I think in terms of what the future is going to look like in terms of AI, so like a person like Alicia Little, who
we love. She's been on this show as well.
Incredible. Sanaa Bovell. They're talking about the future, right? We got people in real estate. We got people in crypto. It's the people on stage are important. The information to me is more important. So who's giving the information is important. So there's going to be all of that. Obviously, the vendors are taking place, but I want to talk about that lasting impact because I think that's important. People miss that part. The idea of having kids at InvestFest is because we're looking toward the future. And so we worked with schools that are directly working with the city, right? So I know that the Atlanta police have initiatives. I think it's at Promise, right? Their initiative to help at-risk teens from 18 to 24. We know the Drew Charter Academy works with us, right? They're at the event. Not only are we giving accounts and sponsoring, but they have an opportunity now to have the curriculum. And so what does a lasting impact look like? Well, financial education is something that wasn't taught in our schools. You didn't get it. I didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
We never got it. But what if we leave that here with us, and when we come back every quarter to see what people have learned, that's lasting impact. A kid at 14, that changes what he looks like at 18.
I love that.
You know what I mean? And the same thing for HBCU students. Like, we're not just saying, oh, any HBCU student. Yeah, they're welcome. We're going to the business schools.
Yeah.
Hey, we want you to see what networking looks like at scale. We want you to see what investing looks like at scale. We want to show you what venture capital looks like at scale, right? That person could be sitting next to you on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. That person could be walking past you. You don't know. And so those opportunities, where else does that happen? Yeah. Right? Most people are looking for a circle of people that are like-minded. Where do I find them? Do I have to go to this event? Well, every year in Atlanta, that comes here.
I feel like this is a very important time frame for that, too, because from the time y'all started this till now, the country is in a completely different place. Yeah. Like right now, I feel like more than ever, like I feel personally like I have no idea what's about to happen. Should I sell a house right now? Should I not buy a house right now? Should I invest in crypto? Should I put my money in stocks? Because everybody's looking at the president saying, this guy's manipulating things. Things are going crazy, and the future is uncertain. You know what I mean? Where do you stand with what we should be focusing on at this moment in time?
I think it's a multitude of things. You want to start on it?
Let me just say something.
Right,
can I just do something off topic? Because I want to address everything because people are saying like, oh, it's only celebrities, there's no value. So I want to just talk about that as far as, like, you just mentioned a few celebrities that was going to be there, Nick Cannon and Serena Williams and Steve Harvey, but Julian Brown, he's a genius. He's the one that actually turned plastic into gasoline for your car.
Oh, yes.
I love that kid.
Seen that, man.
Dan Fleischman, he's worth $100 million, white man. Nobody even knows who he is. Mike Novogratz is a billionaire from crypto. John Morgan, I'm sure you heard of Morgan & Morgan, personal injury attorney. He's actually the richest lawyer in America. He's a billionaire from being a lawyer. Sinai Bovell. She's a futurist that is a master when it comes to artificial intelligence. You got, man, it's like I could just go down the list. Milan Harris from Milano, entrepreneur. You got Chris Sane, who does stocks. You got Paul Judge, who's doing the pitch competition.
Paul Judge, yes.
Gave away $250,000 last. Well, I didn't give away. Invested $250,000 last year in the two companies. Right. He's one of the biggest venture capital people in Atlanta. Like, you got Sway the Pro when it comes to the hair business. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is this: you got entrepreneurs. If it's 150 people speaking, you got 5 people that really people even heard of before. Right. And then they take that 5 people and say, "Oh, this is a celebrity event." So one thing is, when you're doing something, be prepared for any level of negativity, because if somebody can't do what you do, it's one of 2 things that's going to happen: either they're going to get inspired or they're going to hate. Mm-hmm. So you see 31,000 people's inspired. There's a lot of other people that hate, because it's like, when left with no other alternative, if you can't do something and you refuse to be inspired by something, then you have no choice but to hate. But we have answers for all of the negativity, because we could talk about it, because what it does is that it allows people a way out of their situation. Like, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to learn about this because they don't know what they're talking about, or this is false information, or that. But when you realize, nope, checks every box. Now what's your excuse?
You know what's crazy about that? If you didn't have the big names, people would be like, they fell off. They don't got no big names.
It's part of it.
Always.
But that's part of it, right? Like we're so used to being entertained, and so it's like in anything, right? Like you got to put medicine inside the candy, right? So they see the name, but like, that's like 45 minutes of programming that goes over 3 days. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to give you as much information as possible so that you can take something from it. And even those panels with people, they're not talking about what they've done on the field or what they did in music. They're talking about the actual businesses that they have. Like Serena's coming this year. You're talking about somebody that's invested in unicorn companies, billion-dollar companies, multiple times. You already talked about her husband being a billionaire. What is that like when you get home? You know what I mean? Like, how do we get information on that? But back to your piece where it's like, well, what should we know? I think that's what InvestFest is, right? Like, we talk about community, we talk about commerce and culture. All those things come together. And so it almost is like the state of the community. Well, what should we know? Well, AI is at the forefront of everybody's conversation. Well, we got the leaders in that, right? We got my man, Brandon Johnson, who actually works at NVIDIA. He's coming to speak to people.
That's fire.
Right? Like, this is the largest market cap company in the world. He's taking his time out to come speak to our community, to tell them, like, here's what we're seeing from up here. Here's what you should be looking at. He already mentioned Sinai Bovell, futurist. She's telling us what it looks like. But what happens if I'm not into tech? Well, there's real estate. We got real estate panels. We got industry leaders in attorneys, right? We're talking about crypto. Block is there. I mean, all these things are happening. So pick what you're interested in, put it on your schedule, and make sure you go visit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, even to that part of like, oh, I got nothing to learn. That you think Block would show up if it wasn't something that was worthwhile? You think Invesco is showing up? Like, these people are showing up because they see value in us. The issue is that we got to see value in us.
Yeah.
At a large scale. And so when we see things like this, like, hey, why is it here? Or take it somewhere else. No. Why is that the solution? The solution be like, how do we keep it here and make it the biggest thing we can?
That's right.
Because our community needs it.
To add to it.
It needs it.
I was going to ask that earlier, too. With that being said, with all the I didn't want to go back to it, but since you brought up the why is it here and all that, is there a conversation ever about it being in other places? Or keeping it in Atlanta, but adding other cities? Maybe not moving it, but adding cities.
Yeah, but all of the above. We never had a commitment anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we on a 1 year-to-year contract with most of the time with GWCC. So we love Atlanta. Like, it's been the home of InvestFest, but it was never a thing of like, oh, we're going to move it because of this. Yeah. We always was interested in expanding the reach. Like you said, we did do that before. We did in London. So we did InvestFest London before. That was
how was that?
It sold out. It's just expensive to put an event together. So that's the thing about it. That's why we didn't do it.
And then you're not local there, so you can't even go check it out.
The expenses add up, and then it's a different audience.
Yeah, don't do that again.
But it was a great experience.
Why do you say that, though?
Because it's not a good investment.
Well, most people. So,
$3 bells for me.
That's a layup, right? I just do alley because most people look at events and like, oh, they're going to make tons of money doing this. Most people don't realize that events don't last because they're not profitable.
Right. That's a fact.
Most events lose money.
Right.
That's right. Especially nowadays.
I can't imagine doing things on a scale that you guys are doing. Right. Yeah. And I say that because I do a little homecoming party at my HBCU every year.
It's not little.
No,
All
it's
right,
not.
well, either way,
No.
compared to InvestFest,
We're taking a little out.
500 people for me is going to be a sellout. You know
that
what I
gives
mean?
me anxiety to even think about
But with
that.
a budget like that, I'm looking at like, all right, man, how many tickets we need to cover our costs? Like, are we really going to walk away with any money? Then I got to split it with the guys that help promote it. You know what I mean? So maybe we walk away with a couple grand or something. So imagine what you guys were explaining about the cost to put on something like InvestFest.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, so more people means more security.
Yeah.
Right. Means bigger stages, right? Means bigger vendor booths.
For
means
sure.
more food.
And it be packed in there too. Like it don't be no seats.
And that's why I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask that, because I know we talk about the people on stage, but 31,000 people.
It's a lot.
Can y'all speak on just the networking between the people?
That's the
and
best.
have y'all heard what stories came out of somebody just saying, I ain't getting nothing from a celebrity, but
We live in testaments
I
of
linked
it.
up with old girl and we done created something.
The best story that I heard is somebody met their wife. I'm gonna tell you a bunch of
Let
business
me
stories.
go on and get my ticket.
Now we need you there. Now we need you there. We
That's
need
the
you
most
there.
important part. Like the networking.
Yeah,
We need
so,
you there.
man, like I said, to hear that testimony, come on, that's crazy. But yeah, we've heard people met their real estate partner. People met somebody and then they started a stock trading group together. We met. So we got a real estate project in Ghana. I don't know if you saw us going to Africa a lot.
Yes.
The guys that comes from InvestFest. They came to
What?
InvestFest. They had heard about. They from a Ghana. Literally live. They live in Ghana. It's not like they from Ghana, but they live in Atlanta. They live in Ghana. The guy heard about InvestFest in Ghana. He was so impressed. He's like, I got to see this for myself. Brought a ticket. Came one year. Was like, oh, no, this is official. Came back the next year and was like, nah, I got to meet these guys. And then from there, we met. We went to Ghana. They already had the 400 acres already.
What?
And they like, look, we saw what you did with InvestFest. We need to do something like that here. But more importantly, we need to build the bridge from America to Africa. We had the same vision as far as like the real estate development. We wanted to do like promote it to local Ghanaians, promote it to people to the diaspora. Now we got projects all over Africa. So we've been to 14 African countries. And
Amazing.
That's been from that one relationship. That comes from InvestFest.
I show speed, ain't got nothing on y'all. I'm dead serious. That's fire. But how do you find out like the checks and balances? Because all right, I've had people approach me about maybe wanting to invest in something. And I'll be like, they give me a little shady vibe. And that's what I work with off of discernment. So is there like a approach that you go to check and make sure these people are legit?
Yeah, like when you're working with like a real estate, like if I come to you, like I got a deal. That's what you're
Yeah,
asking?
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, you use your own
Yeah.
intuition, but you
Because
also
that's a big project to
for
tie
sure.
into.
You ask other people. Like usually, it's like some level of mutual. Like you ask
Yeah.
for referrals, legal document. That's important. When before you go into business with somebody, you have a legal document and explain this is a split.
The handshake ain't gonna work.
Nah, not
Yeah.
advisable.
Not
Not
at this scale.
Because some people will do that. They'll be
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
we spoke about it. And it's
No,
like,
for sure. And sometimes that would work, but I'm just saying to protect yourself. To protect yourself, you want to make sure that it's legally done the right way and not just a handshake.
Right. Please
Yeah,
get a lawyer
100%.
involved.
Absolutely. You guys have been so successful, you know what I mean? And to be where you are now and obviously worth a lot of money. I know it comes with a lot of good, but what's probably one of the worst things about having so much money?
wait, okay.
There's got to be one. Because you know why I asked that question?
Everyone
Because I
asking
recently
you for
saw a
it?
clip with Will
Like I just
Smith.
did?
Yeah.
I recently saw a clip with Will Smith. He was like, there's a certain amount of money that when you reach that amount of money, after that, nothing changes and it doesn't buy you happiness. And you know what I mean? So it kind of got me thinking like,
I saw that clip.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
I'm
about?
trying to get to that level.
He like, I can't relate with that one just yet.
can't relate
I
yet?
want to know exactly what he's feeling. I mean, I think most people think like making the money is the thing.
Yeah.
Keeping the money is probably more difficult because people do see it and
Yeah.
they do assume things and they do have wants and needs and they feel like because they know you, they should be part of that. I think maintaining it, keeping it, and making sure that it's something that could be passed down, right? Legacy is the most important thing to us.
Yeah.
And so that becomes the battle. All right, yeah, we can make it, right? I think Mav Carter told me this earlier. He's like, once you make money, you'll always know how to do it, right? The key is like everybody doesn't know how to keep it, maintain it, and pass it down. So that becomes what are different tax strategies? What are new investments? What are some assets that we can have that can sustain wealth for a long period of time? Because it's cool to have it, but once you lose it, there will be no pity party for you. Right? People will be looking at you like, oh, you fell off.
That's right.
Welcome back.
That's it.
There was a clip that went kind of viral too. I think it was Jay-Z talking to Kevin Hart in the interview, and he was telling a story about I think he was. I'm
His
paraphrasing
cousin, $4,500, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do y'all manage when it comes to like family? Because you do want to support family, but at the same time, you can't hand out money to everybody.
Yeah, I don't really have too many people that I don't really talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, so I'm not really in close interaction with too many people to actually even be put in that situation.
Family members though.
I don't talk to them like
Damn.
He's
like,
No, he look
I'm not
like
answering.
you like me. He look like the type that he already put the boundaries. And they already know.
Yeah, they know.
Don't come to me for no money. Y'all already know the answer is
I
no.
know we
what's
should be
yours,
on the
Donovan?
playground together, but you.
You look like the
I'm
type.
not gonna lie. If I had to choose between
I'm
these
gonna-
two, I'm gonna call this one right
He
here.
look like he was like, all right, I get it.
I want the rich one. It's like,
What you need, 10,000? All right.
I'm not calling you. Okay, you can just tell off looks without even before you said that. Your face looked like don't need
They
that.
know better.
Yeah, don't need that.
It works though.
it take too much. Nah, listen, it takes a long time to accumulate wealth. So you can't just be reckless with it, because who's gonna help you when you down?
Nobody.
Same people that's asking you for help, you call them, there's gonna be crickets.
We see that with Adrian Broner. Like
Exactly.
he went,
Yeah, exactly.
he lost all his money. Now he's getting up again, and people starting to come for him. We see that with a lot of people that have a lot of money. Chris Brown right now, he's getting sued
lawsuits,
left and right, $13 million. You got Neo about to get sued. So the more money you make, the more you wanna.
What happened to Neil?
His dog too. His dog attacked
his
the
dog attacked
delivery
somebody?
man. Yeah.
I've been waiting for a dog to get me.
Yeah, but as long as the R&B singer's attached to it, right?
I'm about to get him. Oh, man. And he gonna run away. Like, where you going?
I don't feel like we really see that with you guys. Do
Nah.
people try to sue y'all based off of anything that they heard on the pod or
No,
something
not
like
not
that?
in that realm. I mean, minor things is nothing out the realm. But the first thing that we put in place, protection.
Yeah.
Right. Again, protect the money. Right. So you have counsel, you have entertainment lawyers. You make sure that those people in place in the event. Right. Like 50 Cent, who spoke at InvestFest a few years ago, said, "Look,
I was there.
I spent millions of dollars on my lawyers. Why? Because they're going to protect my money so that I don't have to pay out money. So you have to put protection, right? You get the money, you want to make sure that you can keep it. Like I said,
He want every dollar. He even came for Tierra Marie and LO. He was not backing
did
down.
he ever get that?
No, I don't believe so. He has started to, I guess she was making money on Love and Hip Hop, and he started to get money out of her Love and Hip Hop checks. That's how crazy
That was when
it
he was on the Pay Me by Monday campaign.
Yeah. But okay, so there's a lot of people that don't got money like that right now, you know. And I saw a debate. He got his hand. Kyle put his hand in the air. So I did see a debate online, and it had to do with spending money on lunch when you make an average salary of like $60,000, right? So when it comes to like people doing things like that and spending money on certain things, do you have any advice to that?
Yeah, it's always start with a budget. I mean,
Yeah.
I sat in that space. Like I was the teacher who was like, I got to figure out, am I going to keep spending $100 a week on lunch, or am I going to have to start packing things? Right?
Because then you also want to invest. Because what do you have? Yeah.
So then
to get
sacrifice
out
got
of
to
it.
be made, right? Can I buy my lunch for the week and bring it to work? Yeah, I could do that, right? But what can I do with that disposable income now that I have? I can invest. It opens up more opportunities for me to do that. I think most people have no idea how much money they bring in versus how much money goes out. And so when they have no money, they're like, oh, well, I'll just keep working, or maybe I'll get a second job and I'll get more. I'm like, no. First, create a budget, see what money's coming in, and then see where you can cut back on your spending so that you have discretionary, right? Because most people, I don't have money, but where are you spending money right now? Because maybe you can cut back. I remember sitting down doing these things. All right, can I reduce the phone bill? No, I can reduce it. How about my cable? Do I need all these things, or can I just do 2 streams? If you itemize the things that you're spending money on, you'll see like you can loosen some funds up, and then you have space to say, okay, I can do $100 into a money marketing account. I could do $200 into a brokerage account. I can dollar cost average into some of my investments. But we got to look first what money is coming in,
Yeah.
and where is it going.
Well, some people be like, $100 is not enough. That's not going to do anything.
Well, that's the mindset of somebody that's not going to have any growth, because it starts with $50, or it starts somewhere. Because 100 today turns into 200 next week, or 200 next year. However long you get to it, if you create that discipline, you create that strategy for yourself, and you stick to it, you're going to see something called compounding interest, right? And compounding interest is one of the greatest things that could ever be invented in human history, because $1,000 today turns into maybe $1,200 next year. $1,200 turns into $1,800. And if you do that over the course of time, consistently, you'll see growth. Most people are like, I ain't got it, so I'm not doing it. Well, If you have no plan, then you're going to be exactly where you are today.
Facts. When it comes to a plan, right? When it comes to debt versus investment, right? Let's say you owe $50,000 in debt. You have $50,000, but some people are like, well, I could put it and invest it, then pay my debt. Or is it better to get rid of that $50,000 in debt and start with a clean slate of zero?
It depends what kind of debt it is. If it's high interest, like credit card debt, then I think you definitely want to start aggressively paying that off, especially if it's like $50,000. That's like you're on the verge of bankruptcy. So you might definitely want to consider that. But
He said, damn.
Yeah, because that's a high number to have to pay back when you don't have money.
like
Somebody needs to talk to us after this.
Yeah. I had asked someone else about this, but the consolidating your debt since you bring up the high credit card rates, is it better to do like a personal loan and then pay that back because the interest rates are typically lower, right?
Yeah, it could be if you have a lower interest rate, like hypothetically speaking, just for a quick apples to apples comparison. If you have $10,000 in a credit card interest rate and the interest rate is 23%, and you can get $10,000 loan for 4%, 5%, yeah, that would make more sense, right?
Yeah.
Because you use that $10,000 to pay off that, and now you're paying 4% interest on the $10,000 instead of 23%.
So you about to do that?
Those are like simple things that people don't realize.
But sometimes, but it might be hard to get a loan if you owe that much in credit card debt too.
They're going to look at your credit score.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right, if your
yeah.
credit score low, then how?
So I was like, damn, you won't even get it.
I mean, people need to understand that part, right? Your credit is important. It really just means trustworthiness, right? So institutions look at it and say, all right, based on that scale from 300 to 850, where do you fall? 850 is A1 credit, right? So they're like, all right, that person is trustworthy enough that we can give them that loan. If you're like a 550, they'd be like, kind of shaky. Maybe we'll give you at a higher interest if we'll give it to you at all. Sometimes you won't even get approved, but the interest will be higher. So people got to be mindful of that too.
Now, I was looking at y'all bottles and how much y'all protect y'all brand.
I'm protecting y'all, man.
No, you don't remember the last time they came with the hotel?
You don't know who drink this is. What is the importance of this? I noticed y'all did that. I was like, what is the importance of like protect?
You don't remember what happened?
What's that?
When we were in the other studio, they came in and it had the hotel name on the water bottle.
Oh yeah, well that too.
No, I don't.
Where they were staying. You weren't.
Remember that?
Remember that?
That was a
So
fact.
it had the logo of the hotel, and I was like, somebody's staying at the such and such. So that's why you took it off, right?
Thanks.
Yeah. See?
That's not what I look at it as an opportunity, right? Like you're sitting here, you got cameras here, people are watching this, right? Some brand is looking at it like, oh wait, they drink water every episode. That could be a potential
be a
partner,
sponsor,
right?
yeah,
So I don't want to feel like anyone's isolated because we drink this water every time they see us. They're not paying us to do this, and so like until they decide like, hey, that's a partner that values us, all right, we'll put the labels on. Right?
But that's why I wanted you to talk about it because I know people don't understand that.
Yeah, so if we're in front of a camera,
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
exactly until
Lean.
it might be a green and white cup soon.
Obviously, you guys are business guys, right? But your brand and everything about your personalities has grown you all into celebrities as well, right? So now you have
quasi celebrity.
Yeah,
I like it though. It's fire.
Either way, right? But now you guys are in the mix, and we see you, hanging out with the Nizes and all the celebrities that may come to.
I saw you last night at Noble with Tyrese.
He might not want people to know that. But my question
it's
is,
not like they was on it was a meeting. Good meeting.
But my question is,
it wasn't Atlanta, so you never know. But
Allegedly.
So my question is,
cool.
as you have become more intermingled in the celebrity circle, do you find that some of these celebrities, no names given, are in
Tyrese.
way worse financial situations than the public believes?
Yeah, no,
and they
100%.
come to you guys for help.
100%. I think a lot of people, it's like anybody else, they were not taught finances, and especially as an entertainer, because 9 times out of 10 you didn't really have a job, you didn't go to school, you picked up fame at a young age, or you picked up fame whenever you picked it up, and you got everybody doing stuff for you. You got the accountant doing taxes for you, you got the manager doing this for you, you got the road manager, so you become kind of like complacent with other people doing things for you,
Independent
also. So a lot of people want to learn and they'll ask questions, but a lot of people also are like, I can mention him because he's coming to InvestFest. Joey Badass, like he's tapped in. We got a group chat with him. Like
Fire.
he watches our show Market Mondays every single week.
Corday.
He's super tapped in. He be trading stocks. He's been doing stocks for a minute. So you see a lot of that as well. Like I think the new age
they tapped in
entertainers, they're not necessarily following that old model of like have somebody pay your taxes, have somebody pay your bills, have somebody do this for you. Like, you know, they're more hands-on. I think they're more hands-on.
But do you ever have those moments where you're like, damn, yo, Tyler Perry just called me and asked me for some financial advice? Like, does that ever hit you?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like you brought up the Nas thing. Like this is, we sat with him, and the first thing I told him was I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at him like, I remember buying the Illmatic red CD.
Hell yeah.
And looking at the cover and saying like, I'm gonna be this guy.
Hell yeah.
Like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be like this guy. Obviously, Shotty has the same admiration for him.
Let me hear you spit something.
What song you want?
Go ahead. No, I'm talking about your own.
Oh yeah, nah.
I was gonna say that Nas verse on Life's a Bitch is one of my favorites.
No, he said he wanted to be him, so he was rapping.
I was looking at it like, of course, we want to be entertainers, but I looked at it like, wait, this dude is one of the flyest guys. All the girls liked him.
Yeah.
Right, growing up, so I'm like, yo, that's it. We got to be like him. So to sit in front of him and him to say, like, I've been watching you guys. My people watch y'all. We love y'all. I wish I would have had the information when y'all was doing it. I was like, yo, bro, you inspired me. To hear that
That's
we're
dope.
doing that, it's like, it's just incredible.
Full
And
circle.
it's a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Like
Especially the stuff he invests in, the ring cam and all that.
So those are the conversations people don't have to get to hear about. But I'm like, yo, you know what, man? People should hear this portfolio that you got, because they just read about it when it happens. And his thing is like, kind of like my theme is like, yo, just stay low, keep firing.
He's a
his
low-key
thing is like,
type
yo,
of
just
dude,
stay low and just
Thanks.
keep making these
Because
moves.
Khalees gonna come get that money.
Nah,
if you
nah,
talk
nah,
about
nah,
too
nah,
loud.
nah,
She
nah,
like, hold on, he gonna
She on one.
You know she coming.
Yo, she
You
on
know she
one.
got one in the chamber.
That's the homie though. That's the homie though.
Khalees like, you was making how much
Nah,
for
nah,
sweet
nah,
chicks?
nah,
She
nah,
said,
nah,
what's
nah.
going on back in America? I'll be right there.
How much is ring cam worth now?
She crazy.
Shout out to Esco, man.
What's up, man?
Shout out to Khalees too.
That's the homie.
We spent time with her in Kenya.
She always overseas somewhere.
She's in Africa.
She live in Africa.
Okay, she's living there now. Okay.
Yeah, we actually went to her. Like, she has a huge land that she owns out in Kenya.
That's fire.
She getting money. I leave it alone.
I don't like the way you said that.
No, okay. This is why. This is why.
It sounded like the belly
No,
sing.
not that. It's the fact that, she's an artist, a musician, but I haven't heard any music.
Entrepreneur.
So it's like, how is she getting money? The conversation. But that's what I'm saying. That's the conversation you were saying that I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, you doing something.
Yeah.
And when are you gonna ever share it, or
She does, right? So she's an entrepreneur. She has products that she sells. She actually has a dope clothing line, Feed the People, which is incredible. Like, we wear it a lot of times. But she's investing in some really, really dope things as well. And obviously doing it in Africa. She's traveling the same way we were traveling, and she's figuring out ways to, like, okay, I see opportunity here.
Yeah.
Who can I partner with to build out on that opportunity and go to another country? She's doing the same thing. So much so that, like, her whole family's over there with her. So
I love that y'all push Africa and how valuable and important it is for us to have that tie to it, because I do feel like living in America, being American, we were always pushed that it's poor and you don't want to go over there, it's dangerous. And whenever I go, I haven't gone many times, but I've gone about 3. And when I went, I'm like, it's beautiful, it's amazing, we need to be here. And it's like they don't want us there. Not Africa, but America don't want us to go over there.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. And you think about it, like, that's been the narrative that's been pushed to us. It was like, feed a child $1 a day, give 2 cents, and you go there and you're
Remember Michael Blackson's joke? He was like, "Where is this?"
You go and you're like, wait, hold on. You've been bamboozled your entire life, but that's the power of narrative. Like, we get to go there, we get to travel, but we get to show opportunity and we get to show landscape. Like, yo, this is what it looks like. Here's the beautiful part. Here's the things that we should be saying. Like, here's the statistics that show that this is going to be the picture of the now and the future in terms of population growth, in terms of natural resources, in terms of investment opportunity. Like, we just don't look at it that way. But there's other cultures that do, right? Like, if you look at the Chinese investment inside the continent, you'd be like, wait, hold on. What's happening here? We have to look at it as an opportunity. That's why we have to bridge that gap.
How far do you think we are away from that? From, like, getting to the point where how people be like, yo, we about to go to Miami, like, yo, we about to go to Kenya.
That's my goal. I think that's the goal. I want people to feel that way. The same way you can take a trip to London in 7 hours is the same way you can take a trip to Dakar, Senegal in 7 hours and have that opportunity. You're thinking about a continent that is coastal. How many countries are coastal on the continent of Africa? Right? Like Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, even South Africa. Like, all these places border water, but we don't look at it like it's the south of France. It's because narrative, right? Like, I used to argue with people, like, name me a beach in Africa right now. but you could tell me South Beach, right? You could tell all these beaches of Malibu, but we can't name one. And the continent is the largest continent on the planet, and we can't name one beach.
Ivory Coast.
It's a country.
I'm about to Google one.
I was trying. I tried.
I'm about to Google a beach.
See what I'm saying? So we got to help shape that narrative.
My last question for y'all, and I've heard people say this throughout my life, and you guys are obviously in an entrepreneur space. What do you think when you hear people say, well, being an entrepreneur isn't for everybody?
It ain't.
It's not.
Is there another letter in there?
My bad. They about to put one more letter in there.
Put his head on the thing.
It's not for everybody, but everybody can still be an investor. You can invest in stocks. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in stocks. You are owner of a company, so you can still have, a financial trajectory to try to reach financial freedom by not being an entrepreneur. Everybody's not an entrepreneur. It's a lot of responsibilities that come with entrepreneurs. It's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of heartache. We need people to work for entrepreneurs. That helps the entrepreneurs. That helps the business grow. If everybody was a business owner, there would be no businesses. So everybody's not an entrepreneur, but everybody can learn about, I would say, finances better because we were not taught about it. So just because you're not an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you can't better your financial situation.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to say too, just real quick,
Alton,
man.
we're done.
I know, but I have to say this. I have to say this because I'm glad that from the New York thing, everything is working out.
Yeah.
Because I had to step back and take a look at what y'all really doing. And I've been to InvestFest a few times, and I just want people to notice the Uber driver that makes money that weekend. Right. The security guard, that maintenance dude that putting that trash in that trash can and stuff like that. So I appreciate y'all bringing it back because even One Music Fest is not even coming back this year.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know what the reason is.
They're skipping a year.
They're skipping a year. But I can imagine all those people that was waiting for One Music Fest. Like that's their biggest weekend. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking people that make the.
I was waiting.
People that are working.
All year for that.
People that are working to make money that weekend. So this weekend, or that I mean, oh yeah, you
me.
Right.
Thank you.
You're right, but I'm thinking about, like I said,
I
the everyday person. So I do appreciate the valet parking, like every day. So I do appreciate y'all bringing it to Atlanta, so those people can work that weekend. So shout out to that.
I appreciate that, man. And we appreciate y'all having us here and appreciate the city of Atlanta. It really was a message of how do we work together to make something great, right? We want to make it feel like it's something important. And we've had conversations that are progressive into that
All
direction.
right, y'all not being no more. Y'all can be in there. Y'all can go to Magic City. Go ahead.
Even Magic City about to be happy this week. They about to be happy.
Ain't that right?
Keep it going.
You don't think no millionaires about to be throwing?
Troy and
Go
Rashad,
get you some lemon pepper wings. All right.
My favorite.
earn your leisure, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to InvestFest, man. Y'all doing good work, and we appreciate what y'all doing, man. Keep
Love
it up.
is love,
right?
y'all.
Thank y'all for pulling up on us for sure.
Y'all are so crazy.